What's up, y'all? What's good? Welcome to the What Up Though Show. It's your boy Dame D, and today we're going to be talking about. We have a few questions we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about drill music and rap and beef in the black community. Has it hurt the black community more than it helped us? I have two guests that I'm going to bring on to speak on this topic with us, and you guys can go on ahead and introduce yourselves to the show.
What up, though? BJ3 from the 313. Now I'm in the 323, baby. Let's go.
This that nigga Black West Side representative.
Okay, I want to welcome you guys to the show. First and foremost, thank you guys for coming in to the show. I have a few really, I don't have any questions. We just gonna flow with it and see how this turns out. My main concern is has rap and this drill music with this beef combined, has it hurt the community more than it has helped us? So that's my question to you, Black. I'm gonna let you lead that off. Has drill music and beef and rap hurt the black community? That's my question.
Well, my thing is this: did the movies hurt the black community?
Okay.
I'm saying movies and music is the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I'm really not too up on too much of the drill music. I'm I'm 80s, 90s, early 2000s. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so basically that's what we're talking about. We're talking about
Basically the same. It's basically the same thing, though. You
like
know what I'm saying? Because they were saying when gangster rap came out, they said gangster rap was killing the black community. But at the same time, gangster rap was just informative. So, like, even though I ain't up on drill music, because I really don't listen to that,
okay, so are you familiar with any rappers
I might.
are you familiar with any rappers out of Chicago like Lil Durk, King Von, all those guys? That's what drill music come from, from those guys. So pretty much
I couldn't tell you one lyric from them one of their songs, bro.
okay.
But I can say this though: you can't stereotype it. It's music. You know what I'm saying? Just like movies is movies, music is music. Just like you know what I'm saying, the music that we was listening to when we was coming up. Like really, did that really influence what you was doing?
It did.
Yeah, it
When I
did.
played football, when I played football, and we getting ready to
It
go out to the
influenced,
game, we getting ready to go out to the game. I was listening to the hardest shit that I could find. It was some Q. You know what I'm saying? It was.
it
I
didn't make
want to
you
take
want to
your
go
head off.
rob nobody though, did it?
All I'm saying is it put you in the mindset. Some I know people that did that too, and that's what they listened to before they got ready to go rob somebody. I mean, I'm saying
Hey,
it is what it is.
but at the same time, can you not take that from the movies?
Yeah, that ain't the question, but yes, to answer your question, yes. But is it
Yeah,
hurting the
but so
community?
so I gotta answer the question the way that I know how to answer the question. Like I ain't listen to young Dirk and
I
Lil
agree. I
Lil
don't know
Tay
none of that.
Tay.
I don't know
I,
none of
I
that. I agree with you.
I'm
I don't know
I'm
none of that.
sorry, but I can go back to when I was coming up and what I because we listened to some straight gangster shit, some
Straight
G shit.
gangster.
See, and it's a difference between the two. I understand what you're trying to say. I understand
T.
I understand what you're trying to say, Black, like far as
But
gangster music and you trying to tie the two in, but it's a difference between the two because the difference is between drill music. Drill music is about beefing with your ops and basically these guys are living what they're rapping. They're talking about murdering and killing each other, and it's not just
That
what
ain't no good.
what 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 we were used to listening to, gangster rap. Gangster rap, pretty much, they were telling a story about what could have happened or what happened. But nowadays, these guys are actually talking about what they did or what they're getting ready to do. That's the difference between what we listen to in the music now.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good way to break it down. They
That's a
they
good
vi-
way to
they
break it
they
down.
in the
Cause like I said,
generation
man,
they doing live. They doing live videos and rapping about the stuff that they doing to people in their videos. It's like, oh man, yeah, yeah. That's heavy. That's heavy.
Right, right. And I'm gonna make a statement, and it's not a question. Our youth are seeing what these rappers and entertainers are doing on TVs and in videos, and then and on the back end, our youth are going out and trying to portray what they're seeing on TV and in these videos. So that's why I'm saying drill music and pretty much rap is hurting the community, because who's listening to this music? It's not the adults pretty much that's I'm not going to say we listen to the music, but we're not going out trying to we're not going out trying to live what they're saying. These youths are
No,
literally trying to live their lives and
because
trying to portray what they're
a
seeing
lot of
in
people,
this rap music.
I know a lot of people from my age span now, at least in my area, that did all the bullshit coming up, that is really trying to do something different and really trying to connect with the kids. So like my whole, even when I was coming up, what I tried to explain to my mama and them, you know what I'm saying? Music is one thing. You know what I'm saying? These niggas is really telling on they self, but at the same time is, are you talking to them? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, who's talking to him? No,
But
like
they said that the same thing that we saying about the topic that we talking about tonight. They said the same thing about gangster rap, that is it destroying the community. But actually, people was talking about actual facts. Now, being that they talking about things that they actually doing, that's stupid. But it's basically the same thing, just a different era and different topic.
I mean, I understand.
Do that
Go,
make sense?
go ahead, pimp. I'm gonna let you weigh in on that.
all right. So to start from the beginning, answer your question. Do I think that the drill music is affecting the black community? The answer to that question is yes.
Okay.
I definitely think it does. Like he said, music, movies, all that stuff influence what you see. I mean, what you do, how you portray, how you portray yourself. If you ain't taught, certain ways. A lot of kids, they getting their self images off of what they see on TV, and TV nowadays, be YouTube. They just click on a button and watch everything this person has put out for the last 10 years. So they've been seeing him do
Say it
this, seen
again.
him do that, and it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like to be watching somebody go live talking about how they about to go to this neighborhood and shoot up this area over here, and then they talk about what they just did in the rap. That's man, that's
Well,
what
that
we what
that
we doing.
right. Well,
That's
that's
so
the social media part of today's music. Far as just being able to show what they're doing. That's the part of the social media that they've brought into the rap. For like far as what do you call this? Where you can go. Well, actually, when you can go live and you can just be sitting up communicating with your fans and I guess your ops. So they doing that. But back to I'm gonna stay on track. But basically back to what I was saying. Our youth are seeing what these rappers and what these entertainers are doing, and they just pretty much just going out and trying to portray what they're seeing. So that's why I say, to me, it's hurting the community more than it's helping the community. So that's why I just want to bring awareness to this topic, and to this conversation. Should we pull our kids away from this music?
it was bad when we was messing with it, and like you said, we knew the difference. It was like you could really say, like, man, they're not living that life, or they wouldn't be free on the streets if they was living like that. You could really, like they telling stories. You know what I'm saying? That's how we
Right.
grew up. We listened to music. You knew that they was telling stories. Now they telling stories like social media stories, like your day to day, minute to minute, what you doing with your life, and then they story they they killing people or somebody getting killed. I think you said what's the King Vine guy? What somebody was getting shot at while they was on live,
Yeah.
and I think I don't want to say the wrong thing, but man, that's a whole different level to music.
Right.
That's a whole different level. And if the kids is looking at that and they glorifying that, because I know
See, and that's why I say it to me. It's hurting the community because they're like you said, they're glorifying what they're seeing on TV and then what they're hearing, from these rappers. So I'll let you go ahead and iterate on that a little bit more, Black. Excuse me, I'm stuck on my words. You can go
Man,
ahead, Black.
y'all
I'll let
really
you iterate
got
on that a
me.
little bit more. What you say?
Y'all really got me on one because that is really interesting. Everything that y'all saying, and I really never thought about it like that. But at the same time, like I still go back to when I was coming up and when rap went from intellectual to gangster. You understand what I'm saying? Like that shit really didn't influence me, but I guess at the same time it did kind of influence
it
me
did. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
because go ahead, Burn. Go ahead, BJ.
because
it definitely did. I mean, because at first you got the hip hop hippie to the hippie. Hey, we knew that as
From the
kids. We
beginning to the
we
end.
told that all the way down.
but
And then
then
I
but
remember.
then
Hold
but
on, hold
then
on,
I
hold on.
heard
I remember
but
the
then I
first
heard
time.
hold on, wait, Pimp, hold on,
Hold
wait,
on,
Pimp.
man.
Yeah,
Hold on.
you gotta have a little order back now. Let him talk, and then you can go back. Go ahead.
It's cool, it's cool, it's cool.
I remember the first time I heard cussing come from a tape. We
Fuck the
had
police.
we had Too Short, and man had Too Short had got a Too Short tape because they thought he was older.
Right.
We went back to grandma's house and we had like put it in, turn it up. We turned it up, and the first thing he said was to all you bitches, hoes,
Oh,
and all
and
that
all
shit. We like turn it down, grandma coming, man. It was like what the
that shit. See,
game changer. Your whole outlook is different. You look at things different.
before Too Short with me was MC Ron C. And a lot of motherfuckers don't know about MC Ron C. He a Midwest rapper, but you know what I'm saying? You would have thought
He didn't
Ron
influence you.
C and Too Short was the same motherfucker man. He
He
had
didn't
uh
influence you.
he had a song called Trendsetter.
Right.
I
So were you influenced by any of the rappers that you listen to? Because that's what we talking about. These kids. Because I'm gonna say, and I'll put my input on it. I'm gonna say yes. Rap does influence you
100%.
because music
yeah.
and music is the number one most influential thing on this planet. It's music.
Yeah,
Uh, that's that
God
that's
made
that's
yeah.
the number one thing that you can do to bring everybody together is music.
Uh-huh. Music. Pied Piper, you bring kids together to take care of the kids. Guess
Yeah,
what?
so
Growing up, you had the KRS ones, you had the Nas's, you had the Master P's. Like you kind of gravitated. You had options to kind of gravitate toward what you like. But again, like we said, then you knew they would tell a story. Some of the stuff was some old stuff or somebody new deal or whatever, whatever. But it's basically stories about growing up in the neighborhood.
right,
Now,
Well,
videoing it is different, and it influenced us. It definitely influenced us. What you played before you went out on the football field, or out for the boxing match, whatever was about to go down.
Right. It
Now,
influences you, because it can influence you in a good way too. Like before you go out there for a game, it can get you in the mood, because even today, you see most athletes with their headset on getting ready for the game in a warm up,
exactly.
with their music on.
Right.
I can't do my workout without music.
Right.
I need music.
Right. So
So
so that's
yeah,
why so that's why I came up with this topic. It's is it has it gotten to the point where it's influencing our kids in the most negative way, because you got to look at society, what's going on now, even with the rappers. It's actually backfired on them, because like we said originally, and you guys got to excuse me. I'm talking to I got these guys on the phone, and we're in a video, and then I'm looking at you guys at the same time. So that's probably why. That's not probably. That's why I'm looking down. So if I'm looking down, I'm talking to these guys, and then I'm talking to you too. So, but I kind of lost my train of thought. What I was getting ready to say. Wow, I hate when I say that.
look,
Where was I at?
you were talking about how it influences. Look, so
Okay.
like you just look at the female rap. Like if you got a whole lot of Lauren Hills, you know what I'm saying? Everybody speaking that same talk, everybody getting that same message, like a Lauren Hill type of message. The
Right.
girls are gonna have a certain type of outlook, a certain type of thought process, a certain type of self confidence about themselves because of how she portray herself. But
Right.
then you gotta that's not the case. You
Right.
got
I know where I was
you
at. Go
got
ahead though,
oh
BJ.
shit,
I'm
you got the
sorry.
little Kims, you got
Right. See, and that's where
all
it
these different
started.
people that they looking at and
Right.
go ahead.
See, and I'm going to say, see, and I'm not going to blame just the rappers itself. You got to put the blame on the powers to be, the people who pay the rappers. They know music is the number one most influential thing on this planet. That's why we went from positive rap. We went from name some of the positive rappers that we had when we grew up.
KRS-One, Digital
KRS
Underground,
One.
Nas, you got
Exactly.
Trap Called
So,
Quest,
so there you
Common,
go. So you went. They knew.
They Love
Man,
Kweli, Moses
like
Def.
Public Enemy. You can't leave Public Enemy
Right.
out.
So therefore, so back to what I was saying, we were a different type of person listening to that music. We were more about trying to uplift. We actually were more gentlemen to our women back then. We didn't call our women bitches and hoes or anything like that. Back when when we were listening to, I'm gonna say a Tribe Called Quest, um,
Mhm.
um, just rappers like that. Just the positive rappers. We didn't do that. I'll go back to Sugar Hill. I'll go back to the original rappers, Sugar Hill Gang. They did not cuss. They did not call their women bitches or any of that.
Kali, and most Def.
Right. So
You know what I'm saying?
that's why I say you got to put the blame. The number one blame comes to the record labels, to the people who pays the rappers. Because the rappers,
Even the
I'm
rap.
quite sure if they rapped about, if you paid them to rap about positive things, they would.
Right, look, D, you hit it. You hit it. 100%. It's an agenda,
Right.
and they want them us young black males making the music to 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 talk about that crazy shit,
Right.
killing
Right.
them and
Because
killing.
that's what.
No other music is glorifying killing their own
Killing their
race.
own people other
Nobody's doing that.
than do it.
Right. Besides that music, so I'm not going to put the blame on the rappers. 100% per se. I put 50%. Because they understand what this music does. Because it's been going on for a while. But us as adults, we have kids that listen to this music. So, you got to put the blame on us too. You have to be able to take this music away from your kids.
Hey, like for real, like my grandkids be going crazy like that young dolphin, young motherfuckers that I don't even know what it is. But then when I put on some of my shit, like I think I'm grooving because we got the smooth melodies and shit. The motherfuckers word playing over the motherfucking beats and shit.
Right.
You got on that old shit, but then I put on some of this shit. That
I don't even be
got
knowing what they be
killed.
saying.
Like, what did you
Right,
just say?
right. I
Well,
don't
that's
know.
what that.
They motherfuckers
See,
though.
that's what you call mumble
But
rap.
at the same time,
Excuse me.
I don't know what they say.
my oldest granddaughter is 13. I got damn near all girls. Like my boys is young. So these is my girls, you know what I'm saying, on this shit. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
you should see them in the car and they be rocking into. They know every motherfucking word. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, So don't you think that music is influencing them in some type of way when they hear it, whether it's good or whether it's bad?
It's something because
Yeah, but because I won't lie, music
you get so many
it
people
influences
fucking with
it
that.
influences me
You don't
in
even
a positive and a
understand.
negative way. It just depends on what type of mood I'm in. If I'm in a shitty mood, and I'm feeling some type of way, it may affect me or may lead me to some type of negative way, But as an adult now, we're a lot older than we were when we were younger. We don't let that affect us and put us in a type of situation that with the topic at hand that we're talking about our youth. Youth, they're still trying to develop their brain and still trying to find themselves. So, a lot of stuff that they go through, you know, um, they wouldn't they I'm not going to say they didn't have time to think, but this music is deep. It takes control of your mind, your body, and soul.
It does.
You know what I
That's
was
true.
just thinking about?
Go ahead.
What I was just thinking about, man. Like,
Go ahead.
like
I'm gonna let y'all flow. Go ahead, y'all flow. I'll be right back. We still recording.
way way back to the day when I used to be out there for real. Like I had certain music that I listened to before I went to go hit licks. So, like, really, is it the music? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, like Pimp, you said that earlier. You know what I'm saying? You had that certain music that you listen to that put you in that certain state of mind state. You know what I'm saying?
Music influences you, man. It definitely does.
So,
What you
like,
hear
really, is it the music,
affects you. I mean,
or
it's
is it the
definitely in the music.
person?
I
Is it
mean,
the music, or is it the person?
it's the music. It's all of the above. It's the lyrics. It's the beats. It's all of the above. It's what's being said. It's the feeling that that person is in. The state of mind they're in. It's being portrayed and projected through the music, through the stereo, through the speakers, to whoever is in there. Yeah, it's definitely connected. It's a spiritual connection to music. It
Yes,
definitely is.
and I
I
heard everything y'all
I
said.
remember I wanted to say this. I wanted to say this a long time ago. I forgot, but now I remember. We was talking about this before I moved. Before I moved to California, my pastor in Chicago, he had everybody get all they gangster rap. And this is, we already agreed that it's the difference between the chill or whatever it's called and the gangster rap. But he had everybody get all the gangster rap CDs, and actually a lot of the R&B CDs, and he was like burn them, right? And his reason was he was saying like a lot of that stuff has a spiritual connection. He's like, for instance, like we all old enough to remember, "Ooh, I wanna sex you up."
Right,
Right? Remember that?
right.
All right. So
Mm-hmm.
them dudes, they did an interview. All this stuff is documented nowadays.
I
But
think they were Color Me Blind or Color Me Bad was the name of the
Color Me
group.
Bad. There you
Yeah,
go.
Color Me Bad.
Color Me Bad. They did an interview and they was talking about how they had some spiritual. I'm not gonna say some voodoo, but some kind of spiritual. Somebody did some kind of spiritual thing, and they was like basically like that was like the song. A lot of people called and was like, "Man, we lost our virginity to that song." It was like it was more than just the music. It was it was a whole spiritual thing. And the rappers they have a
They can
stance
actually
of
see
it's
y'all now.
coming from. the music is going through. So
Right.
yeah, and it makes sense. Like you listen to a certain artist and they talk about making love, but they talk about making love to you know everybody in the city. When you married, when you try to focus on just making love to your wife, and you listen to him, he putting out different kind of vibes.
Oh shit. Wow, my bad, y'all.
A long time ago. Because now these kids, man, woo, shoot, it's like it's like the parents now are the ones that grew up on like Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
they
well
they
nowadays you got the kids, and the mama and the daughters listening to the same music and it's different from our generation, but like you can look at the real, put it this way, the social media. Just look at the videos that you see with the mothers and the daughters, how they comparing each other and all that. It trips me out when I see stuff like that.
it's different. Yeah, yeah. They more friends now. Everybody more friends with their
Right?
kids
Yeah.
than parents with their kids.
And not
And even
saying
the
not
parents
saying
be
that we
doing
wasn't friends or nothing like that with our parents, but it's a different type of friendship. Like I don't think I can go
different type
out
of friendship.
and hit the club
You
or
know
hit the
what I
bar with my
noticed?
mother or my
Being
dad.
single,
You know what I mean?
I'm getting off topic. I don't even want to get off topic. We talk about this music shit.
We just flowing, man. And I don't even know if I'm gonna put this out or not. We just having a good time. Um, so we just talking.
So well, let me go on and say what I'm gonna say. Like when we was coming up, we actually had to have a little bit of G about ourselves to get a little bit of cutty. You ain't gotta have no G about yourself to get no cutty nowadays.
Well, nowadays, man, it's definitely about that money, that bread. you know, um,
Nowadays, you ain't gotta have no G about yourself to get no cutty.
Yeah, they just passed it
that's
out.
that's why you got to go find you a wife, man. So you ain't got to worry about that.
I
Man,
bet you the fuck I won't. I thought I found me one. That shit didn't work. So I guess I just be a lonelier. Look, I had this chick hit me up, right?
hold on, man. We gotta stay on topic. D. We talking about
Yeah,
music.
like that one off topic, but we flowing, man. Like honestly, like a lot of this stuff, I probably won't even put this out. We doing the practice run with you, Black. So we kind of, I'm letting you get a feel of what we doing, and then when we redo this, we gonna do it right, the right way. So right now we just really talking. I'm actually recording though, so I still may put this out one day. I might put it out one day.
Right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Keep the flow
Hey, but
together.
as far as this music
See,
go,
because look, I'm smoking, and I've never smoked while I recorded.
Okay.
as
Whatever.
as far as this music go nowadays, like even like the what's dude they J Cole or
Yeah, J. Cole. Now I don't listen to him. I listen. Well, put it this way. I like him as I like him at now. I wish it was more rappers like J. Cole. He's more of a positive rap. He still put a little bit of hood in his stuff, but he try to put out more positive rap than he try to lead people in the right way. Put it that way.
Right.
Versus talking about killing and nigga I'ma pull up or we about to slide, we about to ride. You know what I mean? Listen, see, and then why? And then what? Listen, this is what really makes me more concerned, and you'll probably be able to relate to this a little bit more too, BJ. I just recently I got a 9-month-old
hey so
child,
let
so I'm more concerned
let
of
me
the.
ask you this.
Hold on,
Oh, you
black.
gotta
Hold
be.
on, black. Let me say this.
I can ask you this.
Hold on, you can let me say, let me make this statement. I got a 9-month-old son now, so this is why a lot of this stuff, a lot of what we're talking about is concerning me, a lot, because my son got to grow up in this world now, listening to this stuff, and then not just listening to it, but he has to deal with the
Right.
repercussions of what's going on. He might be somewhere with some shit going on where some niggas acting crazy, shooting, listening to this shit. Because I'm not gonna let my son be sitting up listening to no drill music or no drill rap. None of that shit.
Right. Right.
Hey, 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 my G.
Now go ahead.
I'm gonna ask you one question. When I lived in Toledo,
Yeah.
who who was your favorite group?
You know who my favorite group was? The Hot Boys.
Hot Boys, nigga.
Yeah.
So what's the
See, but
difference?
listen, it's still, listen,
What's the difference between we
it's,
gonna ride, we gonna slide,
but
and we gonna step?
it was a difference though. They were they influenced a lot of people. They caught a lot of bodies on their music.
What's the difference though?
I'm about to
What's
tell
the
you.
difference?
I'm
What's
about
the
to tell you.
difference?
Well,
Let me tell you. The difference is
Throw your sets up, nigga. Throw your sets
they
up.
were, the difference is, I said it. They were talking
Throw
about,
your set.
I'm about to tell you, they
What
were
what
talking
you
about,
saying?
they were more about telling
Hey,
stories and talking about what they had did, or really they were talking about what real niggas was doing, because they wasn't out there.
we was telling niggas to
Hold on,
throw
Black,
their
let me
sets
talk,
up
man. How you gonna ask me a question and then nothing let me explain?
because you beating all around the bush.
No, I'm not, man. Listen,
You
the difference is between the two is they were telling pretty much the stories that they were telling were niggas that they knew that was out there doing that shit. The difference is today, these niggas is out there, the same rappers we talking about, they doing this shit. And the youth and the kids are seeing this shit, and this shit is living out. Why do you think we got all these indictments and all these rappers is getting indicted?
that's stupid.
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's stupid. And a lot of the motherfuckers that we was listening to was saying that they was telling their homeboy stories and not theirs.
Yeah, and that's and I just said that. And that the rappers of yesterday, they were telling their homeboy stories, or really they were just telling the niggas who was getting money, the dope dealers. They was telling their stories. That's what Ice Cube and they was doing. They was in Easy E. They was telling the dope dealer stories. Them niggas with no thugs.
I'm talking about everybody. But he and they say he really was out there like that.
Man, I mean, he probably was selling the, he probably was
They
doing his
say
thing, but
they
listen,
said he was really out there.
listen, he wasn't doing the shit that he said, like far as the killing and the 12, he wasn't doing that shit.
He had the money.
Uh,
They said his mother was the lawyer. She the one that put the money up for them to talk.
Yeah, now he probably dibbled and dabbed in the drug game for a little bit, but like far as the murder and the killing, man, they was just telling stories about other niggas that was doing that shit.
so so is it safe to say that these young cats that's coming up and they talking about this, they really doing it because
And
it's
that's the
just
difference. They
like
doing that
the
shit. And
cats that came up before them that really was doing it, even though they was talking about it, they still had heads in it. How many rappers that you know that still had heads in the game?
say that one more time.
Huh?
Say that one more time.
Maybe they was heads on, but they had people that was heads on and motherfuckers was still out there. You know what I'm saying?
Let me turn my mic up because I don't think you heard me. But I said, say that one more time.
I said so these young cats that's out there and they doing it, they got their own stories to tell. Like a lot of niggas that came up in our era, you know what I'm saying? They came up talking about shit that they niggas was doing.
Right, and I agree with you on that.
Get their hands in the fucking game though. Once they start getting money, they still had money out there. They still was talking some shit. That's how why they stay relevant with the shit.
Right.
So
See, but to even
so the little niggas that's coming up behind them, you know what I'm saying? They got their own stories to tell, right?
right.
It ain't stories though. It's the difference.
See, right. See, that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Like the difference is,
I'm playing devil's advocate.
okay, you're right, but I'm just saying I'm not to hit you with the facts, the realization of
Well,
what's
put
going
it
on
again,
today.
there, cuz.
Say that again. The difference is, nigga, these rappers is literally out here doing what
Yeah,
the
I
fuck they
know.
saying they doing. Like, look, I mean, just look what's been going on. Nigga, they got indictments all over the country.
Why? Because they telling it on themselves.
Yeah, not just telling on themselves, but this shit is really going on.
Their own story. They ain't telling nobody else's story. Like they couldn't put it on nobody coming up that we was listening to because they was telling other motherfucking stories. These motherfuckers is telling their own fucking stories. That's why they getting indictment.
Yeah. So pretty much, telling on stories could have been pretty much like make believe. We can just say make believe stories, which they were still telling some
But if
stories,
you
but
telling you, if you telling your own shit, but
no, they
that
telling their own
shit
shit. Nah,
influencing our kids.
yeah, it's definitely influencing the kids.
It's definitely influencing. Like just like it's influenced us.
Yeah, whether it's doing it in a positive or a negative way. So that's what I'm talking about. Should and that's why I brought up the question: Is it hurting us in a negative way to the point where we should pretty much just take that shit away from our kids? Don't even give them the
Yeah,
option.
absolutely.
Yeah, I would have my
Because
baby listen to
I'm
it.
just thinking about it as we talk. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like when I got ready to go do what the fuck I was gonna go do, I had what I was gonna listen to. When Pimp was about to get ready to go out there and go do what he was gonna go and do, he had what he was listening to, and I'm pretty sure when you got ready and put your shit on and got ready to go do what you was gonna do, you had what you was gonna listen to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
And I guess this is what I'm saying. I'm just trying to look at it.
I mean, look at all the
I'm
shootings.
just trying to look
You know what
at
I'm
it in
saying?
a positive way. Like, what's the end game of
Ain't
this?
nobody talk about fighting no more, do they?
Say that again.
Hello?
Say that again, but
He said, "Don't nobody talk about fighting no more."
No, nobody talk about fighting no
oh, them
more.
days is over with. They talking about is sticks and blicks and
Slick.
sliding and riding.
Look, look.
Ain't
Now
nobody
listen, I
coming
do
from
that.
the shoulder. But you remember a nigga used to coming from the shoulders?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody coming from the shoulders no more.
Cause they scared. These young folks, man. Them days been gone. Yeah. Them fighting days is over with. You know. Yeah. So I advise you don't even be attempting to be out there trying to fight with none of these young cats. Walk away.
Get
Hey,
bust.
dude, man, I got myself in a situation one time, man. I come from my grandson's birthday party. Hey, little kid birthday party always turn into the grown up birthday party and shit. So I
We
come from
37 seconds into this video, y'all. Just so y'all can know.
37 minutes.
Yeah, 37 minutes.
37 seconds.
No,
I got, I
37
got,
minutes.
I got
No,
about,
we actually had 38 minutes.
I got about 4 more minutes and I'm out.
Okay, that's what's up.
Go ahead, Jay
I
Story,
got a
bro.
couple more minutes too, man, before I crash. Too. But
Go ahead, Black Jay Story.
dude, I'm listening to Sibo talking to my little cousin. Nigga walked down the street, jumped into my conversation,
Okay.
and I ain't thinking about it till after. I'm about to grade beat this dude the fuck up because he jumped into my conversation. That shit was rude. But I ain't thinking about it till later on. Like
What you
I
smoking
ain't
on,
got
Pimp?
not man one gun, no pistol, no nothing. I'm straight from the shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Like I told the nigga, man, you put my shooters on and come beat you the fuck up. You better walk your ass down the street. That's what I told him. And I'm so happy he walked down the motherfucking street because what if that nigga had a motherfucking gun? That
I'm like,
nigga,
wait a minute, what the hell
Right.
you came up
You
with?
out there, but you out there selling wolf tickets.
Right.
I
Man,
wouldn't sell a wolf tickets.
don't,
I would have put my shooters on and beat the shit out that nigga.
You always
But I'm
selling wolf
saying, what
tickets,
if that
but
nigga would have had a motherfucking pistol though?
right. That's why I said you was out there selling wolf tickets. Because if he would have pulled that
right,
blick out,
Scared shit out of them
if
niggas.
he would have pulled that stick out,
right. How come? How come?
And see
Got
that
real
that
quick.
and that also takes a man out of manhood though, cause a man can't even motherfucking buck up because the bitch go
It's different.
motherfucker shoot that man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It ain't
Yep.
about no bitch. It's different.
See, the difference is a man ain't gonna be out there doing that shit. He ain't gonna put himself in that situation.
Right. I'm only out there fighting for one reason: life or death.
Right.
The only reason you gonna hear anything but and thank God it ain't happening. It ain't gonna happen. It would be a life or death situation. So I ain't boxing.
I put it this way. I think my fighting days, besides like getting in the ring, you see what I'm saying, spar,
I'm so
like
word.
Just
my
I'm
working
so
out.
word
Right.
sensitive nowadays.
Over.
I swear.
my street days of fighting on the street is over with.
Fighting. It's a life or death situation. That's
Right.
it. That's it. I ain't got time for that. It's like, hey, man. You know what? You need this lane? It's okay.
Right.
Take the lane.
That's how
I
I
don't give
feel about
I don't give a
arguing.
damn. You going home?
That's
I'm
how
going
I
home.
feel
Man, go
about
home.
arguing. I ain't
I'm
arguing
done with
about
because
shit.
if you get out the car, now that's a whole different ball game, and
Right.
I ain't arguing. I'd rather sock a motherfucker.
nah, man. If I
I'd
got
rather
something in my
sock.
pocket,
Well, that's just me
I'm
because
not
I
fighting.
value life though.
Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make this official.
Who can beat who?
We're gonna make this official. Black, give everybody your social media platforms. Let them know where they can reach
I
you.
ain't got no social media platform. I fuck with my nigga Dame D on the What Up Doe show.
Okay,
Let's
okay.
go.
BJ, give everybody your social media platforms, if any. Let them know where they
Yes,
can
sir.
reach you
Yes,
at.
sir. You know I got the all natural tools.
I'm showing it up now, baby. I'm putting it up so they can see
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
it.
Check me out on TikTok and Instagram. All underscore natural underscore tea. It's 5 ingredients in that tea. All natural tea. It's real. It makes you sleep real nice and smooth. It might not knock you out. Keep drinking it, it will. But it's gonna have you sleeping real good, real
It's gonna
good.
have you.
Hey, how it do on your hair?
It's kind of like it's a blunt in the bottle.
It's a good
When
hair.
you in those moments when you don't want to put a hole in your shirt, you don't want to mess up the press conference or say the wrong thing. You just whip out this thing this blunt in the bottle and you take it to the head.
A blunt in
It's
this
a
bottle.
blunt to the head. It's gonna have you full like a Thanksgiving spread. You heard me? But I just want to thank you guys for coming on to the show. Hey,
Tell
look,
me something.
we were just sitting here. We were just sitting here flowing, y'all. This wasn't a normal show that I normally do. We were just sitting here having fun. One of my homeboys from 20 years ago, my homeboy Black from the Act. We just sitting here kicking
Sweet
it.
soy
Yeah. So
Yes,
so
sir.
that's all we were doing, guys. We were just doing a nice little show. It turned
forever
into
and
this.
forever.
Yeah, so this probably go. I'm gonna put it out probably one day, but
Yeah, let's
we
do it.
definitely we gonna do the show right. We gonna do it right.
Yes,
So
sir.
I'm gonna go on ahead and stop the recording and end it. And thank you guys for joining the
I'm about to
show.
get
And we
ready.
out.
Your
Peace.
link popped up on my shit. I'm about to get ready
Peace,
to
peace.
log it in so I can order some of your product. I motherfucking support.